So just in case you're out of the loop, yesterday, Sony Cine, the professional cinema camera division of Sony, released a promotional video featuring Ben Affleck and famous cinematographer Salvatore Totino working with their newest cinema camera, the Sony BURANO. And the video was immediately criticized because, well, the concept of the video is that Ben Affleck is driving Totino around, he's in the passenger seat, and he's filming Ben as they talk about all of the positives around this beautiful new camera. And at one point, Totino just hangs out the side of the car going at speeds, like he's hanging his entire body out of the car in an obviously dangerous, like non-seatbelt wearing type of fashion for the shot. And Sony left it in the video with just a little disclaimer at the bottom saying, don't try this at home. These two are trained professionals. Yeah, it's not a good look. Not like Ben Affleck he's just driving, and he's driving kind of fast, and Totino is just like, he's trying to get the shot. He's a consummate professional, except for the way he's acting and the way he's just hanging out of this moving car on a public street. Anyway, we'll go back. Let's backtrack just a little bit. So Ben Affleck is obviously an incredibly famous actor, but what a lot of people don't know is that he's also very camera savvy. He's shown a technical interest in cameras for years now. There's always news articles and whatnot popping up about him owning a Red camera and filming parts of a scene while he's directing, like operating a camera. So, it makes sense for Sony to reach out to Ben and spend their big budget marketing campaign money on a big name face for their new cinema camera. Salvatore Totino is also a really famous cinematographer, a creator in the space, known for filming Everest and Spider-Man Homecoming. He's got the technical chops to evaluate a cinema camera. And a lot of this video that they've put out is fun back and forth between Totino and Affleck. They start in the studio space and they're evaluating the technical merits of the camera, and all seems well. It's kind of fun back and forth. I will say there are some weird moments where the camera doesn't look great. The camera doesn't look great. Sony's not really helping themselves out with how they kind of frame this, because there's parts where Totino is using the V-mount battery on the back as a shoulder rest, which is not great. And then I don't know, Ben just looks, Mr. Affleck, he just looks awkward with the BURANO. It's just it's something about his posture with it. It just doesn't look like he's ready to film a major motion picture. But anyway, they love the camera, and the plot of the show is just to take it on the road. They want to take it through the streets of LA, show off some spots that Ben Affleck likes, some of his old places and places that he frequents. And Totino's going to film him while talking about the benefits of this smaller, super professional cinema camera. And he is simultaneously going to be filmed by a videographer in the back seat. That's how they're going to get the shots of the camera. And there's GoPros everywhere and whatnot. So, it's a solid plan. It's surprisingly low budget. You have all that budget for Ben Affleck, and then the premise of the video is that you put him in a car and you just get him to drive and show you where he used to live when he was a no-name actor. That's kind of weird, but it's fun, it's relatable. I completely get it. If this is a one-off thing, you have Ben for the day and you want to promote your camera, it makes sense. Then they go driving. It's weird that for a video promoting a cinema camera, all the shots are shaky side camera shots of Ben Affleck's face. They don't go out and shoot the cinematic, beautiful shots that you would expect with a cinema camera if you're demoing it and showing how amazing it is. They show Ben Affleck's crooked, kind of just just talking to the camera, and Totino's just holding it sideways, he's not doing anything cool, or he's just he's just holding the camera like any lay person would. This guy is a big budget cinematographer, and he's holding it I don't know, my mom would hold it if she was filming me when I was driving. And it's it's super impressive that it's a big camera, it's expensive, but there's nothing really that special about this video, and it's weird how low budget and low tech it is. I will say that. But anyway, we get to the point of no return, and Totino just ducks out the side of the car to get a wider shot of Ben as he's driving. And this was not a good look, mostly because there are ways to get shots of actors in cars that don't involve endangering yourself. It's clear that they were slapdash, run and gun, just doing whatever they could do with the very small amount of time they had Ben Affleck for the day. And it's honestly too bad, because it shows a really negative light on like just production and, you know, filmmakers who would put in the level of quality needed to be safe while driving with a cinema camera. Like, it shows a bad look on the industry that, you know, a lot of people are going to see this video just because Ben Affleck's in it, and they're going to be like, wow, that's how they get those shots? They just lean out the side? No, that's stupid. Like, they put in the right amount of safety and precaution. They don't just run and gun. And you know what? Part of me does see Sony's logic in a twisted way, kind of like, oh, like, this is a slightly cheaper version of our really big camera, and it's much smaller. So what are we going to do? We're going to show you that you could just pick it up and make movies. Like, it's just that easy. But the irony is that not only did they do it in a negligent way, but they also did it in a way that, like, the footage doesn't even look good. Like, the movie, quote unquote, that they create is, like, pretty bad. And they also do it while endangering lives. It's probably one of the worst, like, cinema camera ads I've ever seen. I know it's not an ad, like, it's a 9-minute video, but like, in terms of selling your cinema camera, I don't think this is the way you go about doing that. And a quick update to this story is that Sony has just re-released the video to their Sony Cine account with all of the dangerous parts edited out. You can still find them online here and there. They privated the original video and re-released it as this edited, more tame cut. I guess in a way that's good that they're not putting that back out there, but we all know what happened, Sony. That's not a good look. Oh, and I forgot to include this part, but just hours after the release of the original video, Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. So, oof. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about this new Sony BURANO promo with Ben Affleck and Salvatore Totino. Let me know what you think about this whole debacle, if it's worth kind of re-editing and blowing up over, and you know, what your thoughts are. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.